We continue exercise 7.11. In the last video, we discussed question number 12. Let us see question number 13. Question number 13. Integration limit minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. Integration minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2 and sine raised to the power 7x dx. Sine raised to the power 7x dx. So we will have to use the property number 6 because limit is of the form minus a to a fx dx. But we will have to check the function whether it is even or odd. So we have the function fx equals to sine raised to the power 7x, and which can be written as sine x raised to the power 7. So put the value of x equals to minus x. So it becomes sine of minus x and whole raised to the power 7. So it gives minus sine x raised to the power 7. And 7 power of minus, power is odd. So it gives minus sine raised to the power 7. So it becomes minus of fx. So if f of minus x equals to minus of fx, so f of minus x equals to minus fx, then this expression becomes 0. So we mention this property and then we will write I equals to integration minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2 and sine raised to the power 7x dx equals to 0. And here we write using property number 6, P6. It is an odd function. So the integral would become 0. Next, question number 14. 0 to 2 pi cos raised to the power 5x dx. Integration 0 to 2 pi and cos raised to the power 5x dx. So here we use the property number 7. Because the limit is from 0 to 2 pi, started from 0. This property is only used when the limit is of the form minus a to a. So from property number 7, again we will have to check the function whether it is even or odd. So function fx is cos raised to the power 5x. We put minus x at the place of x, so we get cos raised to the power cos minus x whole raised to the power 5 and cos minus theta, it is cos theta. Sorry, we have to use the property f of 2a minus x, upper limit minus x. So f of upper limit is 2 pi. So f of 2 pi minus x. F of 2 pi minus x. So cos 2 pi minus x and raised to the power 5. And cos 360 minus theta. In fourth quadrant, cos is positive. And it gives the value cos x raised to the power 5, which is written as cos raised to the power 5. Means it gives f of x. So if f of 2a minus x equals to fx, then it is an even function. It is an even function, and for even function we use twice outside, twice 2 taken outside, and upper limit is divided by 2, and then integration fx dx. So I equals to 2 is taken outside, limit 0, and upper limit is divided by 2. So 2 pi divided by 2, we get pi, and cos raised to the power 5x dx. Now we split cos raised to the power 5x in terms of cos raised to the power 4x into cos x dx. So I equals to 2 integration limit 0 to pi. Cos raised to the power 4x is written as cos squared x the whole square, and cos squared x can be written as 1 minus sin squared x and the whole square into cos x and dx. Now we put cos x equals to t. Cos x equals to t, sin x equals to t. We put sin x equals to t, and its differentiation, it becomes cos x dx equals to dt. Now we have to change the limit. So for lower limit, we put x equals to 0. So sin 0 becomes 0. So lower limit is 0. And for upper limit, we put x equals to pi. X equals to pi. So it becomes sin pi. It becomes sin pi. And the value of sin pi, the value of sin pi is 0. So we get the question, our question becomes 2 integration from 0 to 0. 1 minus sin square x t square and cos x dx is written as dt. Now we use the property number second. From second number property, integration a to a fx dx equals to 0. A to a means lower limit is 0, upper limit is 0. Both are same, 0 to 0. So its result would be 0. By using the property number 2, we get 0 by using property number 2. Now question number 15. Integration 0 to pi by 2. Integration limit from 0 to pi by 2 and sin x minus cos x. Sin x minus cos x dx upon 1 plus sin x into cos x. 1 plus sin x into cos x. We use the property. Fifth, 0 to a fx dx equals to f of a minus x. So I equals to, name it first number equation. So we get integration 0 to pi by 2 and sin x is written as sin pi by 2 minus x minus cos pi by 2 minus x and upon 1 plus sin pi by 2 minus x into cos pi by 2 minus x and dx. So it becomes limit from 0 to pi by 2 sin 90 minus theta cos theta and cos 90 minus x sin x upon 1 plus this becomes cos x and this comes sin x. This is second number equation. Here we have used property number 5, P5. Then we add both the expressions. So adding first and second, I plus I we get 2i integration 0 to pi by 2. Denominator is same. So sin x minus cos x upon and plus cos x minus sin x and whole dx. Denominator is same. We have taken common or we have taken LCM. So cos x gets cancelled, sin x gets cancelled, and the result comes to be 0. 0 multiplied by anything 0. So we get the result 0 of this question. Now discuss question number 16. One of the most important question of this exercise. This question has been asked many times in board. Question number 16. I equals to integration from 0 to pi and log 1 plus cos x dx. Log 1 plus cos x dx. So let it first number equation and we use the property number P5. So I equals to integration 0 to pi log 1 plus cos pi minus x and dx. And we know cos 180 minus theta. Cos 180 minus theta. This is minus cos theta. 0 to pi log, it becomes 1 minus cos x and dx. This is the second number equation. Now add equation first and second. Add first and second. So I plus I. We get 2i equals to integration 0 to pi log 1 plus cos x. Log 1 plus cos x and plus log 1 minus cos x and dx. Now we use the property of log. Log a plus log b is log a into b. Integration 0 to pi log a plus b into a minus b. Log a into b means log 1 minus cos square x and dx. And this becomes 0 to pi log 1 minus cos square x is written as sin square x dx. So log sin square x dx. Then 2y equals to, again this is the property of log that power comes in the beginning. So we can write 2 integration 0 to pi and log sin x dx. From both sides 2 gets cancelled and it comes I equals to integration 0 to pi and log sin x dx. So we get the result I equals to integration 0 to pi and log sin x into dx. 0 to pi log sin x into dx. Now we use the property. We use the property number 7. We use the property number 7. So for using this property, we will have to check the function whether it is odd or even. So now our function is fx equals to log of sin x, and we will find f of 2a minus x. 2a minus x means upper limit minus x. So f of, here upper limit is pi. So f of pi minus x equals to log sin pi minus x, and log sin pi minus theta is sin theta. So we get log sin x. So f of pi minus x is log sin x, means it is fx. So f of pi minus x, it comes to be f of x, means it is an even function, or for this we multiplied outside by 2 and upper limit is divided by 2. So we write I equals to multiplied by 2 outside and upper limit is divided by 2. So from 0 to pi by 2 and fx dx. So log sin x and dx. We are using name it equation number 3. Here we have used the property number 7, P7, and here we have used P5. P5, we have used property number 5. Now I becomes 2 integration 0 to pi by 2 log sin x dx. Now we use again property number 5. Again we use P5. So I equals to 2 integration 0 to pi by 2 and log sin pi by 2 minus x, pi by 2 minus x and dx. We are using here property number 5, P5. Then this becomes I equals to 2 integration 0 to pi by 2 and log cos x dx. This is equation number 4. So the third equation was 2 integration 0 to pi by 2 log sin x dx, and the fourth equation comes to be 2 integration 0 to pi by 2 log cos x dx. Now add third and fourth. Add 3 and 4. So we get I plus I. It becomes 2I. And on RHS both have the term 2. So 2 would be taken as common. So 2 integration 0 to pi by 2 and log sin x plus log cos x dx. Log sin x and plus log cos x and dx. So again we use the property of log, that log a plus log b is written as log a into b. Log a plus log b is written as log a into b, and 2 gets cancelled. So I equals to integration 0 to pi by 2 log sin x into cos x and dx. Here we will have to make the formula 2 sin theta into cos theta. So what we do, I equals to integration 0 to pi by 2 log multiply in angle by 2. So 2 sin x into cos x and divide by 2 and dx. So this becomes integration 0 to pi by 2 and log 2 sin x into cos x, it becomes sin 2x. So we separate the term log sin 2x dx and minus integration 0 to pi by 2 log 2 dx. We use the formula log a by b. 2 sin x into cos x is written as sin 2x and log a by b is log a minus log b. Now we solve this integral, and for solving this we put 2x equals to t and differentiate with respect to x. So we get 2 dx equals to dt and dx comes to be equals to 1 by 2 dt. Then we change the limit. So for changing the limit, lower limit, we put x equals to 0. So 2 into 0, it becomes 0. And upper limit, at the place of x we write pi by 2. So 2 into pi by 2, it becomes pi. So our expression becomes I equals to integration lower limit 0, upper limit pi and log sin 2x, 2x is written as t and dx is written as 1 by 2 and dt. And log 2 here, log 2 is a constant term and integral of dx is x. So minus log 2 and integration 0 to pi by 2 dx. So here we use the property in this integral. We use the property number 1. And the property number 1 is a to b fx dx is written as a to b ft dt. So we can write I equals to 1 by 2, 0 to pi and log sin x dx. We replace the variable t to x and dt to dx. Integral dx is x, so minus x limit from 0 to pi and log 2. 0 to pi by 2. Here the limit is pi by 2. 0 to pi by 2 log 2. Now 0 to pi log sin x dx. 0 to pi log sin x dx. Here is also I equals to integration 0 to pi log sin x dx. 0 to pi log sin x dx. 0 to pi log sin x dx can be written as I again. Again this whole expression is written as I because I was equals to 0 to pi log sin x dx. So we replace I equals to, this becomes I, so I equals to I by 2 and here we put the limit, so pi by 2 and log 2. Pi by 2 log 2. This I by 2 will come on left side and it becomes I minus I by 2 equals to minus pi by 2 and log 2. And I minus I by 2, it becomes 2I minus I by 2 equals to minus pi by 2 log 2. So from the denominator, this 2 gets cancelled and the result comes to be minus pi log 2. So we get the result I equals to minus pi log 2. I equals to minus pi log 2. So this you have to keep in mind. From 0 to pi log sin x dx we have written I. So this becomes I by 2. This is the important question. Now, question number 17. I equals to integration 0 to a root x upon root x plus root a minus x dx. Root a minus x dx. So name it first number equation and we use the property number 5. So I equals to integration 0 to a. This becomes root a minus x. At the place of x we write a minus x. And in denominator root a minus x plus root over a minus and a minus x. So this becomes I equals to integration 0 to a root a minus x here dx upon root a minus x plus remove the bracket, so root a minus a and plus x, so minus a plus x gets cancelled and we get I equals to integration 0 to a root a minus x upon root a root x plus root a minus x and dx. Name it second number equation. Now add equation number 1 and 2, and in both the equation denominator is same. Add first and second. Since the denominator of both the equation is same, so it becomes 2y equals to integration 0 to a root x plus root a minus x upon root x plus root a minus x and dx. This whole term gets cancelled and we get I equals to integration 0 to a and dx. It remains dx 2y equals to, and integration of dx is x and limit from 0 to a. So it becomes 2y equals to a and I equals to a by 2. This is the result. I equals to a by 2. I equals to a by 2. This is the result.